Note the disclaimer if you want to get any information on how to get custom toys from me. And also remember that everyone who supports me on Patreon gets to see preview images, work in progress shots, and high resolution images of the completed figure. If you want to join them, the link is right below. Hello my friends, this is Wake Angel 2001 coming at you with my last real custom figure of 2019. Yeah, I'm calling it here because we're like right up against Christmas and I don't want to rush any projects. It is Lana Kane, the last figure for Paulie's commission. And I kind of almost forgot to make this for him because it was sent to me in a separate box and I almost thought it was from a different person. Fortunately, I caught it right before I sent him his stormtrooper, so, well, female clone trooper, but you know, the point is that I found it right at the last minute and I was able to send them together, so yay. Alright, so Lana, who is from Archer, just in case there's some people out there that don't know adult cartoons, would be made from this WWE figure. Fox? I don't know wrestling, so I'm just going by what her belt says, so I'm guessing her name is Fox, but if that's just like a character trait that she has, then I apologize. I don't know wrestling. However, she does have the curvy yet strong build that Lana Kane has, and even the skin tone's pretty good, so I just went with it. The first thing I did, of course, was modify the head. Now, the hair is actually okay in the front. She basically has the same bangs as Lana. Of course, Lana doesn't have long hair that comes down the front of her shoulders. It all goes behind. So I cut off all the hair that went in front of her shoulders and sculpted in her ears because Lana's ears are visible in front of her hair, and did that whole flip-me-do thing that she has going in the back. It's a little bit shorter on the figure than it is in the actual cartoon, but that's because I didn't want her hair to limit head movement. So the character can still turn her head. I also gave her those long hoop earrings. They're made out of craft foam so that they won't snap off. And, a minor repaint job to give her a consistent skin color and Lana's eye color, of course. So that's pretty much the modifications done to the head. The body needed a little bit of sculpting. Mostly I filled in the figure's cleavage to do the like the turtleneck mini dress thing that Lana had going on in the reference. And then I made the skirt part of it out of the same kind of fabric that I always used to make my action figure capes. This is actually the same stuff that I used to make Urbosa's skirt, and Maria's skirt. It's just a good material to make a skirt. Because it works like fabric, but it doesn't fray. Like, it's as easy to manipulate and cut as paper, but it's as durable as fabric. Yes, that's how I'll say that. Compared to that, the arms are almost nothing. I just had to put a little bit on the wrists to like be the ends of her long sleeves, and then I was able to put her hands back on. So once the figure was reassembled, like you can really only pull out the arms. That's just the way the figure is built. I was left with this, and yeah, that kind of looks like Lana. Oh yeah, she has a belt made out of craft foam. Very simple little affair. But I felt something was off. It's kind of like with how the Archer art style works. It's actually pretty similar to The Simpsons. Like, you look at it and like, oh, this is just like some kind of stylized humanoid. It looks fairly simple. But then when you try to replicate it, if you make the tiniest little error, it just looks completely off. Like, it's that kind of style. You know what I'm getting at. Like, it's hard to art it. But I realized, like, the Archer style should, in principle, translate easy to action figures, so I was wondering why this felt so off to me, and that's when I realized that I kind of forgot her underarm holsters. Like, without them, like, this outfit is just like a long mass of white. It's like, her torso just looks like this long white thing, and it's a little bit uncanny. So, these straps are made out of simple bits of craft foam wrapped around her arm and torso in just the right way. And then she has the gun holsters, I almost called them scabbards like they were for swords, underneath them. I made them nice and small, and they're made out of craft foam so that they don't actually interfere in any way with the movement of her arms. But, let's just take a look at the completed figure so that I can, show you it. And there we go. With that little, it's amazing what just a couple little lines and a couple of black rectangles can do to break up a figure's monotony. But yeah, that looks that's much more reminiscent of Lana Kane now than it was before. So yep, that's a WWE figure. So it's a 6-inch. She's 6 inches tall, which she's actually a little bit taller than what you would find for most female figures because you know these WWE figures are kind of tall. But you know what? That kind of works for Lana because she's a very tall, statuesque Amazonian type woman. You know. Like, I'm sure anyone who's watched Archer would be familiar. Like she's, I guess sexually intimidating is what you want to, is what you call it. Like a woman who's undeniably attractive, but also like you feel like you aren't enough of a man to impress her. That kind of thing. I think that's kind of what they had going for Bayonetta too. But this video is not made for kids, but I do intend to keep it kid friendly. And also my throat hurts, so I'm going to end this early. Happy holidays, everybody. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you very soon.